Hey y'all, I'm Mandy and this is Mandy in the Making. Today I'm going to bring you along in the kitchen with me as I make a breakfast, a lunch or dinner, and a dessert. To get started, we're going to go back in time and go to this morning when I made some egg muffins. Now these egg muffins are a little bit different than the ones I've made in the past. They are sausage muffins. I will link that recipe below. It's one of my most popular recipes that I've shared. But this one is similar but different. It's actually easier than the sausage muffins. Let me show you. Okay, I'm getting started by cracking 7 eggs into this bowl. I've also preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and whisk these together before we add the rest of our ingredients. Now I'm gonna add in about a cup of shredded cheese. And you know I have to save some for Gracie Lou. There you go, princess. Now I need to measure out a half a cup of plain breadcrumbs. I'm going to be using a mixture of meats today. I'm going to use some of these bacon pieces and then also some diced ham. You need about 1/4 cup total. That should be plenty. And then lastly, you can add salt and pepper and garlic powder. All of that is in Auntie Nono's everything seasoning, so that's what I'm going to be using. And you just do this to taste. I'm pretty much out, but I've got another bottle, don't worry. Okay, let's stir all of that together. I'm gonna grease this muffin tin, and now we're just going to try and evenly distribute the egg mixture into the 12 cups and not make a giant mess, which I'm known for. Okay, this is going in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes.
Look at this cute little button.
Cute little button. So it's an egg muffin.
Oh, yeah. Looks delicious.
Yeah, it does.
It's really soft.
Spongy like it looks like.
Yeah. It's got bits of ham in there, some cheese it looks like.
Yeah, there's some bacon bits in there too.
Oh, let's just get into this. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Oh, yeah. That's delicious.
Is it?
Love the ham.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's got some breadcrumbs in there too.
Yeah, I was gonna say usually we put sausage in there, but
yeah,
having the ham's a little different.
Ham, yeah. I've got a few bacon bits. I don't know if you got any in that bite, but
a little hint of bacon in there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then the breadcrumbs kind of, I guess, helps hold it together too. But
that is good.
Yay! I'm glad. Okay, so for my next recipe that I'm going to share, we're going to do steamed broccoli and steamed salmon. I've never steamed salmon before, and I'm pretty excited about giving that a try. But today I'm going to be using my Buydeem steamer, and today's video is kindly sponsored by Buydeem. So a really cool thing about the Buydeem Intelligent Electric Food Steamer is that it has 2 tiered options. So today I'm going to be steaming my broccoli on one tier and doing my salmon on another. I'm sure you're already aware, but when you steam food, it helps to retain its nutritional value more so than like boiling your food. So it's a very healthy option, and this steamer is a lot smaller than I expected it to be. It's actually smaller than my crock pot, so it's a great space saver and it's very lightweight. All you have to do is just add your water into the water reservoir at the bottom. It has the levels inside. You can see the min and max levels, but you can also see it. There is a see-through function on the side to where you can see how much water is left in. So if you need to add water while it is steaming, if it's getting too low, you can add water here on the side where it says water inlet. It's on either side, and you can just pour the water in without having to remove all of the tiers to get to the water reservoir. It does have a dry boil warning, so it's going to let you know if the water level is getting too low. And then once it has no water in it whatsoever, it is going to shut off. So that's a great safety feature. You can steam any type of meat, veggies, you can do eggs. It also has these stew pots that you can do soup, or you can get perfectly fluffy rice with it. You can also use your steamer to reheat leftovers. You can even make yogurt and baby food with this steamer. It is made with high quality materials. It's food grade materials with FDA certifications, stainless steel, and any plastic that is in it is all BPA free. I love that it comes not only with the steamer trays, but it does come with one ceramic plate that you can put on top. So if you have anything that is going to possibly go through the holes of your steamer. You can just steam everything on this plate that fits perfectly on top of the steamer tray. Thank you again to Buydeem for sponsoring this video. If you remember in the past, I've been sponsored by Buydeem before when they sent me their toaster. We still love that toaster. We use it all of the time. It is the best toaster we've ever had, and by far the prettiest toaster we've ever had. So I'm gonna leave information about the Buydeem steamer below. You can check that out in my description box. So I was gonna put my broccoli on the bottom, but I realized I'm gonna get more juices from the salmon more than likely. So that probably needs to be on the bottom and the broccoli will go on top. Okay, I've got some small salmon fillets here. The skin is on one side. I'm gonna put it skin side down. You don't have to have skin on. I just don't wanna have to remove it. I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference. And I'm just patting it dry. We're gonna add just a little bit of salt and pepper. And then after it's done, I'll be adding some more seasonings. You'll see. Okay, now let's put the second layer on. Put my broccoli up here. Put our lid on. Everything is ready. I just turned it to steam. We're gonna try 8 minutes and just check our food after that. It's coming up to temperature now. You see the little lines going across. It takes about a minute for it to start producing steam. I can see here that I have plenty of water. I don't know if you can see on camera. I don't think you can, but I do. It's almost to the max line, so we should be good there. And yeah, after 8 minutes, we will check everything and kind of see where we're at. While this is doing its thing and steaming up quite nicely, we are going to prepare some seasoning for the top of our salmon. We're going to use Mr. Stick's Just Add Butter, the lemon and garlic. This is the seafood seasoning. So if you watched last week's grocery haul, then you know I am trying Kerrygold butter for the first time, and everyone has told me it is the best. So I'm probably only going to do about a half a stick of butter, and we'll add a teaspoon or so of this to it and mix it, and we'll put it on top of our salmon. Okay, so the buzzer just went off and it automatically just turns off after that. You want to make sure you've got some type of protection for your hands. I'm going to go ahead and lift this one off. It looks pretty. Don't know that they're quite done yet, but we're gonna check on that. Okay, so because I have 2 tiers going, it is gonna take a little bit longer, which is fine, but I went ahead and checked my temperature of this. It's obviously not done, but it's at about 110 degrees and you want it to be about 145. So not a problem. We're just going to put it all back together and I'll put another 5 minutes on it, and I think we should be good. Okay, y'all, this is done, and so is our broccoli. So it took a total of about 13 minutes with the 2 tiers. So if you're just doing salmon, I would definitely do it maybe the 8 minutes and check it. But if you have a second tier of food steaming, it's going to take a little bit longer.
Oh boy.
It looks so good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm excited about this.
And someone else is smelling it.
Just flakes right off.
Good.
Nice. Mmm. Oh yeah. Wow. That is really good.
Yay.
I love the buttery flavor that the sauce over. That's really good.
But it's cooked great as well. Yeah. Okay. So
perfectly.
I mentioned I've never steamed salmon, so I was very nervous about this. I did a lot of research on it.
This is good.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
We got to give Miss Lou a piece.
Gracie.
Oh, hello. Yep. Her cat food is flavored with salmon, so she's been in the kitchen, like, even though she didn't ever hear any cheese, she smelled this salmon cooking, and she's been all about it.
This is good.
All right, try the broccoli. It should have a little bite to it still. Good?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that was dinner in less than 15 minutes. What do you think about that? That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
That's really good.
Okay, I'm gonna dig in. Ma'am, I'll give you some. Give me just a minute. It's very windy outside, so you probably hear our wind chimes. That's what that noise is. But let me tell y'all, this is delicious. And especially with this Mr. Sticks
Man,
seafood
that
seasoning.
right there is the bomb.com.
It is. We brought the leftover in here. I was like, Steve said, I need more of that. I said, there's more. Go grab it.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Yeah, this is so good. With the firecracker sea salt on the broccoli. And the broccoli is not overcooked, but it's not undercooked. It's perfect. And then this is just flaking right off.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a good dinner in about 15 minutes. There you go. Gracie Lou. Is it good? Oh, yep. And now for a dessert recipe. So this dessert recipe I made a week ago today, actually. And I just made it for my family and we fell in love with it. I was craving chocolate, big surprise. And I found this recipe online and I had all the ingredients on hand, so I made it. But I ran out of some of my ingredients, and I mentioned in my last grocery haul that I was picking up some more chocolate chips and some peanut butter chips because I had run out of them from making double chocolate muffins. And you guys said you wanted to hear that recipe. So that's what I'm bringing you today. Double chocolate muffins. This is very easy. The recipe says it makes 12 to 14 muffins. It makes a lot more than that for me, which is great because that means I have chocolate like all week. It's good. I'm gonna start by preheating my oven to 375. I've got this large bowl here. We're gonna add 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Now we need 1 cup of granulated sugar. That's a half. 2/3 cup of cocoa, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Let's just whisk all of this together to combine it, and then I'm just gonna set this to the side. In this smaller bowl, I'm going to add 2 eggs, 3/4 cup of milk. I'm using 2%, a half a cup of vegetable oil, 3/4 cup of sour cream. You could also sub out Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt if you wanted to. And lastly, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now let's just whisk all of this together. Y'all, the KitchenAid mixer is right here and I forget I have it. I've been wanting it for so long, but I'm just used to not having it. I should have put my dry ingredients into my KitchenAid mixer so I could pour my wet ingredients into it. But at this point, I'm not gonna dirty yet another bowl, so we're gonna bypass this time, but if you have a KitchenAid mixer, use it. You would add in your wet ingredients into your KitchenAid mixer if that's what you have. I'm just gonna add my wet ingredients here to this bowl, and we're just gonna stir until it's combined. Okay, now the recipe calls for 1 1/2 cups of chocolate chips, but I do half chocolate chips and half peanut butter chips just because we enjoy that. It also tells you to reserve about a half a cup of chocolate chips for the top of your muffins. I did that last time. I took the time to put the chocolate chips on top. They baked right in. You couldn't even tell I took the time to do that. So we're gonna bypass that this time. I'm not gonna measure this out. I just kind of eyeball it. I'm gonna add in about a half a cup of these, maybe a little more. And some of my peanut butter chips. Okay, that's probably more like 2 cups, but that's what the original recipe calls for. It just says to save some for the top. We'll just go with it. These are gonna be extra chocolatey and extra peanut buttery. Now, let's go to our muffin tin. So you could definitely line these with paper liners if you want to. I prefer not to. I don't like paper liners, but it did say 12 to 14 muffins. Y'all, the first time I made this, it made all 12 of these, and it made this entire thing of mini muffins as well. We'll see how it goes today, but just a heads up, it makes more than 12 to 14. Okay, I've obviously got to wipe up some messes, but let me show you what I'm talking about. That's 12, and I still have a good bit of this mixture left. If you have another muffin pan, just make more regular size ones. I just don't have another muffin pan other than the mini muffins, so that's what we're gonna go with. Look, I've already spilled stuff in here. Whew, I'm good, tell you what. Okay, and it's pretty much gone. I probably could have made one more mini muffin. So, just a heads up. Okay, my larger muffins are going in at 375 for 15 to 17 minutes. About halfway through, I will pop these in on a different rack because they don't need to bake quite as long. I'm gonna do the toothpick trick just to see. I think they're good. So even though it has the stuff on it, that's probably the chocolate chips. It's not completely messy when I'm bringing it out. So I think those are good. Let me check the little ones as well. Yeah, I think we're good. If you hear noise, I've got the dishwasher going, but I have a sweet surprise for y'all. I'm pretty sure she's gonna come on camera. So a friend of mine, I have shared one of her recipes in a Subby Supper segment. It was the Mexican zucchini and corn side dish, Christy. I worked with her a long time ago and we live just a couple of miles apart. She just texted me and said that she finished making some chocolate chip cookies and she asked if we were home. It's a Saturday. And I said, actually, yes, we are home. And I just made a ton of double chocolate muffins. We can trade some. And I said, I'm filming it. And she said, well, I'm having a good hair day. Does this mean I need to put on makeup and make my cameo? I said, I think so. So hang tight. Christy should be here in just a couple of minutes. Okay, y'all, so my friend Christy has just stopped by and she was like, do you want me on camera? Do you not? Tell me what to do. But I wanted to show her yummy chocolate chip cookies. Cole and Steven have already had one. I'm gonna try one now. And then I loaded her up with some double chocolate muffins to take home.
I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks. Oh, that's good.
For all the recipes you've given me, I thought I'd bring you one in return.
That's right. Well, I've already told them that you were the zucchini and corn recipe that I did before. Oh, that's very good. Very chocolatey. Do you see all that chocolate chips? Yes. So this is Christy, everybody. She just dropped by. She lives right down the road. Y'all should tell her she needs to come on here and cook for y'all sometime.
Say the word, I'll be here.
Okay. Okay, so Christy left. It was so good to see her. We don't see her often enough, honestly. We live just a couple of miles apart and we very rarely see each other. So it was really nice for her to stop by. I'm gonna do a little taste test of these mini muffins. I sent her home with some large muffins and some mini muffins. So we just kind of traded goodies. It worked out really good. Steven calls these, appropriately enough, brownie muffins. It's like a brownie, but in muffin form. It's so good, y'all. I need some milk. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me in the kitchen today. I've been in the kitchen pretty much all day long. We made breakfast, we made a dessert, and then we had dinner. It was just perfect. Don't forget to go check out Buydeem. I've got them listed in the description box below. This steamer is really handy to have, and I love their toaster as well. But check it all out below. If you haven't already, I would love for you to join my YouTube family. Hit that red subscribe button before you leave, and I will see y'all next time. Bye. So that's what I'm bringing you today. I can talk. I really can talk. First of all, I've got this large bowl here. We're gonna add 1 and 1. No, start that over. 1 and 1. Okay, y'all, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. You basically spent all day with me in the... Oh. Did you say what? I can't talk.
You can't
I
talk.
was making fun of myself.
Nobody in the South can talk. We don't know how.
Do you want to do my outro for me?
Why would I do that?
You almost closed that, didn't you?
I did. I kind of just want to.
Y'all are sitting in the cabinet.
All right, you go ahead and do it.
Go on. No, out. Go on.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Well, bless
bye,
her heart.
Bye, bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.